Thanks for jumping on my Q&A. I haven't done this for a while, but obviously Sheri, her post and her transformation took off. So let's invite her, and then we can chat about her struggles, her journey, and hopefully it will give some of you that are going through the same struggles that she was going through, will give you some, advice and tips, and see how, what helped her. Feel free to mention any questions, and we'll go through them as best as we can. So hopefully this resonates with a lot of you. Okay, come on. There we go.
How's it, Marco? Can you see me?
Not yet.
Okay, I can't see me either. Yeah, there we go.
No,
Oh, wait a minute.
it's going to get the other way around. You got
You
this.
see my self lamp now. Just a second. There
There
we go. That
How's it
helps.
going?
Perfect. All right, and you?
Yeah, no, all good. Thanks for jumping on and chatting. I mean, you must, well, I've got lots of feedback and inquiries about your changes, and so obviously,
Cool.
like I said, it will resonate with a lot of people what you've gone through. So it was just thought it'd be quite nice to share what you've gone through in the last, what was it, 8 weeks or so, I think,
Yeah.
and probably resonate with a lot of people. So yeah, and then obviously we can hopefully inspire a few people that are struggling with what you went through or going through. But
Yeah.
so
Perfect.
and so yeah, obviously we'll try and answer as many questions as possible. But otherwise, probably the best place to start is when you reached out to us. I mean, you're a coach yourself. You were going through a bit of changes and that. So maybe just give a brief summary of what made you reach out and what you were going through, and why you came to us.
Okay, cool. Well, I am currently trying to get my own online side of things going business-wise, and needed to have some professional photos taken for
Yeah.
that. And I don't know what it is as a coach, and I'm not even sure if other coaches feel this way, but all of a sudden, when it comes to programming your own programs, your own nutrition, like you overthink everything. It just became like a shit show in my head. And because I'd worked with Rowan before, I was like, this one person that I will hand so much over to.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's where it started. I wanted to get in shape for my shoot. And I contacted her, I think it was about 11 weeks or so ago, and I think I've officially been 10 weeks in with her.
Yeah.
But then also, I had always struggled with gut issues, and I almost just thought this is how it's going to be forever. So when I jumped in on there with her, I didn't even think to, like, it wasn't even something it was a thing that got fixed through this, like, by mistake, sort of, like, for me, and we started, and like the weeks were going by, and like I wasn't dropping weight. I know the scale is not everything, and she kept on saying to me, I don't care how much you weigh,
Yes.
I care what you look like,
Yeah.
and every week I'm like, but it's not dropping, surely it should be dropping,
And we
and then
as coaches, but
we know this, and I tell my own clients this, but for me it must be different.
yeah.
But in any case, she had, because I obviously then told her about my gut situation, and that she then initially started me off, removed all the high FODMAP foods and things like that. And like I said to you, the first few, it was like 7 weeks. It was 1 kg drop.
Yeah.
You know how fucking hard it is to stick to something when
Yeah.
you're now not seeing that bloody scale move.
Yes.
It was
It's
very
like,
frustrating. 100%, you know. So, but I stuck with it. I stuck with it. And she kept on saying, trust the process, trust the process. And I'm like, I want to trust the process. But anyway, then I kind of got to this thing. And also, I hadn't told her at the time, but I was like, okay, I'm getting in shape for a shoot. I now must do cardio. I now must do this. And I was throwing all this stuff at my body. And I came to this conclusion that, like, my body was obviously not feeling very safe. I was like hammering it.
yeah.
And eventually, like when I cut out the cardio so much and followed now the FODMAPs, like my gut started changing. I'm like, hey, I'm not waking up like swollen every morning, no matter what I eat, you know. And things just started to settle a little bit more. And then all of a sudden, it was like a switch went and weight started falling off me, like falling off. Not that I had a tremendous amount like to lose. I mean, people also just need to remember that we don't always want to stay in these ripped states
Yes.
for extended periods.
It's okay for a shoot, but I mean, also that last bit is always the hardest as well.
So it hangs on there for dear life. For dear life.
Yeah.
So and then it just started falling off. And you know, even the fact that I've been in a calorie deficit now for some time, I feel friggin' amazing. I don't feel like shit. I feel so healthy. You know, obviously being in a deficit, no one wants to live there, and it's not a great place, and you do have to dig deep, especially for a shoot or a show or whatever the case. But I feel so good. The food, so what Rowan does as well, which is great, she takes the thinking out of it. So she gave me exact meals to eat.
Yeah.
And because everything is so balanced, it's not like no carbs, no rice, no potatoes, no, you know. So it's just been such a pleasure. It's such a pleasure to eat, and everything's working.
Yeah, like I say, calorie deficit is hard when you're trying to diet or you're trying to change body composition, but it's also not unrealistic where you feel like you're constantly like hungry or you know, it's still livable. It's just obviously we all want to eat a little bit more, but we just have to just be a little bit more practical and a little bit more disciplined. But it's not unrealistic, if that makes sense.
No, it's not unrealistic. And at the end of the day, you have a goal in mind. So you must also be realistic in that you have to do the deficit. You must do what needs to be done, you know, and you don't stay there. And then once you get to that bottom and you can then climb up again, the view from the top is so bloody glorious. So.
You know, I'm also doing an 8-week prep for a shoot, also for work. That, so we're in the same boat. So I'm also with Ro, but I'm not feeling constantly starving or craving or having these meals. I'm just eating the right amount, just a little bit less in certain areas. And like you say, I'm still training hard. My lifts are still going heavier. The training is not suffering. The performance is not suffering. And body dropping. I haven't. I've actually stayed the same weight. I asked Ro. I told her, I said, I don't want to lose weight. I want to stay. I want to stay 9 kgs because you know your mind starts to play tricks and say,
"Oh, of course."
So, and it's the same with you. You start to think, oh, the weight hasn't dropped, whatever. Meanwhile, the fat's melting, you know, which is what you.
It literally was. It literally was. But what you said is so important. That thing of like my training was, in fact, so my shoot now is in like 10 days or something like that. So obviously we need to get a little bit more aggressive with the diets at this stage, which if you're not preparing for a shoot, you don't need to go as aggressive, you know. But I must say my training still up to like, I'd say the last couple of days has been 100%. No deep, and that was my biggest concern. I'm like, please, I can't lose my energy. I can't lose my capacity to hit the gym, and it's been perfect. When you keep to those numbers, keep to those macros, man, it's like magic.
because like you say, your training doesn't suffer, but it's like a ripple effect. You still sleep well, your energy throughout the day doesn't drop off. So you know, this is where people get it wrong, is they'll do a cut, but then they literally by 3 o'clock they're like, you know, like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't,
yeah.
you know, that's when it's too aggressive. That's when it's unsustainable. So
That's it.
fine line. And then when you've done the shoot, it's not like you're going to just balloon back up. It's just, you know, you go into maintenance, but you can still eat a bit more, but you're still going to look great as well. You know, it's like you say, it's just in your case for a shoot, you just want to be a little bit more aggressive because we all like that, but
100%.
it's not going crazy.
No, for sure. And I also, that's why, for me, it's so important to stick with Rowan now afterwards, because to be quite honest, I have seen like some competitors and things like that, people like that, who after competitions have, I don't know, maybe from being in that deficit so long, kind of just gone crazy or so.
Yes.
And I need that guidance. She will obviously do it very structured. It's always been structured and personalized
Yeah.
from the go. So I know that's how it would be handled afterwards. And I can't wait to get to a nice big fat maintenance and go on a lacquer build, because one thing when you do diet down, you think you have muscle.
Yes.
You think you have muscle until you start losing the body fat and you're like, oh shit, I actually didn't have as much muscle as I thought I did.
Yeah.
So yeah, now it's onto a nice build and really get that muscle mass up. Yeah, I want a lekker summer holiday. Therefore, you guys in KZN.
But I mean, I mean, for in that 4 week change, I mean, it's crazy because normally we try and tell people, you know, just be realistic, whatever. But it just shows you with consistency. Obviously, like I tell people, the more disciplined and consistent you are, the quicker the results. If you
Yeah,
prepared a little bit longer, then your
yeah,
expectations must shift, and it takes 8 weeks.
right,
Whatever. It just depends on how disciplined and committed, and obviously
yeah,
you're zoned and you just wanted, you know, you got a goal in mind with the shoot. Um,
yeah.
so like, what was something that people don't see in the photos that actually changed the most for you? Like what changed first? Like, because you say like all of a sudden you're waiting, then all of a sudden things happen, you know, because
Yeah.
people want gratification now. Uh, so like what was like the turning point? Was it probably like after those couple of weeks when Rove sorted out the gut and all the other little issues?
That was it. So a big thing for me is sleep.
Yes.
When I put my head down, my brain's like, okay, let's unpack.
Hmm.
So it was trying to her guidance with the different supplements and magnesiums, etc., etc. Sleep makes a big
Yeah.
difference. Sleep makes a big difference. Yeah, so like I said, it was about 7 weeks before we had any major changes.
Hmm.
And then I started obviously seeing, like my midsection was going first. I suppose everybody loses differently. And I noticed that despite the deficits, I was feeling good. I couldn't make sense of it. I thought I was supposed to feel crap and I was waiting for it. I was waiting and I didn't. So before that weight started falling off, I started actually feeling good.
Yeah.
I really did. And I felt stronger in the gym. And I'm attributing that to the fact that I was eating so balanced.
Hmm.
So balanced. So yeah, it was the feeling good and then the weight that started happening.
And what was the biggest thing to get your head around? Because I mean, we all like that, and like you say, even as coaches, we know what to do, we know how to tell
Yeah.
our clients it. But like for you, what was the biggest like penny drop moment, or when it all started to click and it all came together?
Um, it was initially when I saw the recommendation she gave me meal plan was because she didn't just give me macros and say, okay, stick to that. I was allowed a bit of freedom here and there to put in, but I had to stick to the ingredients that she gave me.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, are you sure I'm supposed to eat all this rice? Is this okay? Is this okay? Even as a coach, I'm almost embarrassed to say it. And she kept saying, trust the process, trust the process. And this woman I trust with everything.
Yeah.
So I thought, you know what? I mean, I've been with OTG many years ago, and the training was fantastic. I could stick to that like amazing. But the damn diet, it was always a problem for me. I just, on the weekend, I'd just lose my shit. So I didn't get the results then that I'm getting now, simply because I didn't stick to it, you know.
Yeah.
But when this thing I was like, I trust. I'm going to trust this. What do I have to lose here now? I'm going to put everything, I'm going to stick to this to the T. And when I really trusted like that and I stuck to it 100%, and it took its time, and it was just like, this is magic. It's not as difficult as everybody thinks. You have to trust the process, and you have to be adherent to the T.
And in saying that, obviously you're tracking because the tracking is precise. Because some people say, "Oh, I don't like to track. Takes up too much time, whatever." But it's precise. Your body cannot not change. You don't have to do it forever.
No,
You're gonna
no.
stick for 8 weeks, 12 weeks. Your body, it's impossible for it not to change.
100%. 100%. And how do you know how much you're having of something unless you're tracking it? So I was thinking, oh, my almond milk's like free, you know, I never used to track it previously. It's unsweetened. Yep. Start measuring that shit and put it in the tracker.
Your eyes open quickly.
Yeah, man. No, so that's invaluable. Sticking to the plan. Sticking to the plan, not making an excuse, not being like, oh, little extra, this thing, that thing. Sticking to the plan.
Holding your people will say, okay, I'm not getting results. Or like, well, for a whole week, can you be honest that you tracked everything that you put in your mouth, everything you ate, everything you drank, and did you do it like 80% consistently? And all of them will say, no. So then how can you, I'm not getting results? Because if you do it 80%, you don't have to be perfect, as you know. But if you're consistent, your results are going to happen. It's very simple. People can't be consistent, and then they can't look themselves in the mirror and be honest with themselves. Say, actually, I didn't really track. So, but it's easy to blame them themselves.
100% correct. 100% correct. So, yeah.
And with the nutrition, like, did you get to a point where you had that flexibility? Because obviously you can get like a meal plan to give you because I was like that in the beginning. I asked, just tell me what to eat and I'll do it. And then eventually I learned, and then I got more flexibility, and you can pick and choose, play around with the food. How was that with you?
Well, look, initially I had a little bit more flexibility in terms of just stick to these ingredients, because now we were trying to sort out the gut story. There were obviously things that were irritating my gut. So I had a list of ingredients that I could choose from, and then mix and match them how I wanted to, and just stick to the macros. But now, as we're getting closer, and especially in the peak week, there's no flexibility. I have certain things that I need to eat. I mean, not everybody needs to go down that road. So I'm sure most people.
It's only for the next 10 days or so. It's only
in fact, it's from Saturday where things really do get real, because then the following Saturday is the shoot. So then you need to just be extra precise and not, again, have anything, too much fiber or anything that would bloat you and stuff like that. So, but otherwise, initially, there was a lot of flexibility, and people who don't have other gut issues and that would obviously have more flexibility then.
Surprised, especially a lot of the women that we help, like from 35 and above, generally, a lot of people have gut issues, hormonal changes, and they don't realize the food plays a massive part.
Man.
Medication, yes, in certain cases, medication is a tool or it helps, but everything stems from nutrition, So,
I never in my life thought I would feel like this in my gut. I actually, the loss, getting in shape for the shoot, that is actually now become even I am so grateful to have fixed my gut. I cannot tell you. It's a game changer. It changes your life. I feel so good.
And like you said, you were at a point thinking, well, this is how it's going to be. It's just,
Yeah, no, I thought this is it. Like, this is my thing. And you label it and you attach to it, and it's now your, yeah, it's terrible.
and next, I mean, obviously your shooters. What date is it? When is it?
On Saturday the 18th.
Oh, so next Saturday. Okay, cool.
Yes, yeah.
And then, like you said, it's a goal that you had in mind, but the byproduct is gut your health is amazing, sleep's amazing, which you'll carry forward beyond that. And then
Yeah.
after, like you said, you're wanting to do. I think you said you wanted to do a bit of a bulk phase,
Yes.
or yeah, something like
Yes.
that. So
Yeah, no, this
you can keep going. That's the beauty of it.
definitely, 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 man. It's so exciting. I can't wait to see. This has been, I encourage everybody. Okay, you don't have to go now prep for a shoot or whatever,
Yeah.
but everyone to do that work of getting to that lean stage where you can then build up again. Because that self-belief, that the pride. I'm so fucking proud of myself right now. I can't tell you. And it's, like, people don't want to say that about themselves or to themselves,
Yeah.
but it's so cool. You feel so cool. You're like a small percentage of people who stick it out, do it, and it's a great thing.
Yeah, and people don't do it because they think it's vanity. But actually, the people that are in shape, that are healthy, that have done this, are more supportive of the people that have gone through it because they know how
For
difficult it is. The
sure.
people that are jealous and the naysayers are always the ones that have excuses or feel sorry for themselves or bitter. And they're the ones that always have something to say. But the
Of
people
course.
always healthy, in shape, they don't have to have a six pack, but they're always in shape, always big each other up. And that's what I love about what we do is that everybody that is getting change or is healthy always backs each other, and there's no, bitterness. But like
100%.
I say, it's the best feeling in the world when you can walk around in whatever you want and feel good in yourself, feel confident. You can't put a price on that. And the
No.
like you say, because we all need a little push. It's a shoot. Sometimes it's a race. It's a competition. You just need that little something.
Little something that is a little goal,
Yes.
exactly. And, I think, like, for myself, sometimes we don't think we can achieve something like that. It's for other
Yes.
people,
Yes.
like the influencers or the
Well, I'm too
whoever, you
old.
know what I mean? Exactly. I'm 43,
Yeah.
turning 43 soon, and I'm like, okay, maybe my time was over or whatever. So it's just like, man, no, it's
Yeah.
fantastic. So it is for you.
Yeah.
It's for anyone who is willing to do the work. And I mean, for me now, the entire thing has taken about 11 weeks. Yes, I only started I had things to fix, but if you committed and you stick to the plan and you put your trust in the process and the right people,
Yeah.
you will get the results, and you set yourself up for a damn good life.
Well, I couldn't have put that better words. I was going to say, like, what piece of advice would you give to somebody that's struggling or sitting on the fence? Well, you pretty much just said everything.
They must just get hold of you, and the rest is history.
And then Rowan's wizardry just takes shape. I mean, because
It's,
she, mate, I trust my life with her. Like, I don't
yeah.
even sends me my macros, my calories. I don't even flinch. I don't even question it. I just know it works. Obviously, I like to question sometimes just because
Yeah.
sometimes you just need validation. You know it's
Of
right.
course, and your own knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
as a coach, sometimes you can also outthink yourself and this and
Oh,
confuse yourself, and you actually go off piste. And no,
100%. Definitely, definitely, definitely.
keep you on the straight and narrow. No,
Yeah.
Tina, no more wine this week. No more wine 2 more
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah. I got that one once. So.
That's Sheri. No, I'm so happy. I mean, like I said, that I think your post or that picture it just resonated with a lot of people because, like I said, I
Yeah.
got a lot of inquiries. There are a lot of
Yeah.
people messaging me, so I just thought it would be so nice
Awesome.
to share. So
Yeah.
thank you for doing this with me, and thank you
Such a
for
pleasure.
trusting us, obviously.
Yeah.
But you've done all the work. Like you say, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink, Rowan can do all the
Yeah.
wizardry, but doesn't want to trust the process. It's not going to work.
Of course.
But I mean, a lot
Yeah.
of praise goes to you because you've done the hard work, because it's not easy. But
Yeah.
obviously you reap the rewards.
Yeah.
So, so just keep going. Obviously, we'll look forward to seeing the results of the shoot as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep us posted. But yeah, thanks once again. And I know this will definitely help a lot of people that can resonate with what you went through and going through.
Mm.
And I think it will help a
Mm.
lot of people. So thanks for doing this with me.
It's such a pleasure. People just need to know that they are in no better hands than what
Yeah.
they are at OTG. Seriously, you guys, you're a fantastic team. There's no better, in
Oh,
my opinion. So,
well,
yeah.
that's pretty much made my month already.
Awesome. Awesome.
Cool, Sherry. Thanks again, and we'll chat soon.
Great, Marco. Have a good evening.
You too. Ciao, eh?
Okay, bye.